Hi, everybody, and good evening. I'm Josh.
And I'm KP. Welcome to the Nightly from Hatch, a slumber party for pop culture lovers.
Hi, KP.
Hi, Josh. That's us. I just wanted to connect with you in that way and let everybody know that it's true what the rumors are saying, and we are pop culture lovers, and that is us.
We are lovers of pop culture. We're not canonically lovers of one another.
No.
As seen in pop culture. We're not like Ross and Rachel.
No. There was no will they, won't they. It was a won't.
It was a won't. We're colleagues.
We're colleagues
who love pop culture.
What have you been up to? What have you been hitting?
Oh my gosh. It's been like embarrassingly so much sports lately, especially late at night when I'm like, oh, I gotta turn my brain off. And recently it's been a lot of sports. What about you?
I've been thinking nonstop about our special guest.
Just 24/7.
Just 24/7. I've been thinking about him. We are joined by the wonderful and hilarious EJ Marcus. Welcome, EJ.
Hi, thanks.
I hope it's okay that I think about you this much.
Oh, I assumed so.
Yes.
and I haven't been thinking about you quite as much, but I could, after this, I'm planning on boosting that ratio way up.
Yeah. Hopefully I just kind of stick in there.
Yeah,
that would be really nice. EJ, thank you so much for doing this. As you well know, this podcast is all about being cozy and sleepy. Ooh. And I have a lot of curiosities about your bedtime routine. Can I ask, what does it usually look like when it's time to hit the hay for you?
Yes. Well, I'm actually really trying to improve upon it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I haven't really thought of it as a routine previously. Like,
oh, interesting. It was just kind of like whatever happens before you conk out.
Yeah, kind of. Like I previously didn't put a lot of stock into like the idea of winding down. I was just kind of like, because I think I've been kind of fortunate in my life to be a pretty good sleeper. Like it hasn't really necessitated that much, but there's so much beauty in kind of leaning into what you do right before bed. And so I've been trying to, first of all, always leave my phone in like a different room in like hour leading up to bed.
Smart.
And I also have started, I never really did a skincare thing for most of my life, but lately I've been washing my face at night and then doing a night cream.
Ooh.
I really have to get on this. These are all the things that everyone's like, yeah, this is sort of proven to work. And I go, but do I have to?
Yeah.
Right.
And I do.
It's hard to be consistent.
I know. So, and you're doing a special night cream specifically. It's a night cream. Okay. This is smart.
The label is like purple, like it says like night, it says night on it.
Purple is one of the colors of the night. Totally.
Yes. That's really true. Navy blue, black, purple. These are real night colors.
Nighttime. Yep.
EJ, if your phone is in the other room an hour before bed, are you trying to hit some books usually? Do you read?
Great question.
I do read. I mean, and this is, not every night is a little different. I do want to say I'm not like, I also try to not be like so rigid because I feel like I know for some people, like I have a friend who recently described his nighttime routine to me. And this is absolutely, obviously, I love him, and this is no judgment at all.
Of course.
What he described, it was multiple hours of skin stuff and body stuff. It was like such a rigid routine that I was kind of like, if I was telling myself to do that, I think I would get myself hyper again.
So many steps. It's militaristic. It's scary.
Right. It's like being at the office, your body's
Honestly.
office.
It also does stress me out sometimes already how much time is spent sleeping. Listen, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I like sleeping. That's good. It's a good use of time. But I can't afford another hour that's going into pre-sleep for me.
No, exactly.
It's, so I like my waking time so much. I like to be really awake, and then I like to be asleep.
I also like my sleeping time because that's what I would be cutting into. I would be like, I'm doing all my awake stuff and then like, 2 hours of skincare. I guess I'll sleep for 4 hours or whatever.
Yes.
No, totally. I also feel like I have a really hard time saying no to socializing. And I feel like a lot of times socializing happens at night. So if my choice is like either I see friends or I go home and start my nighttime routine. Like I'm always gonna, but like truly that is sometimes what it necessitates is being,
Totally.
oh, I can't hang out. I have to go start my nighttime routine.
You want to go to this art opening? It's like, oh, sorry, I got to start with my lotions.
When we're 70, we're not going to remember the lotions we used. We're going to remember the art we saw.
Nobody is on their deathbed saying, I wish I had used more hours of lotion time.
Oh, yeah. They're on their deathbed saying, I wish I'd stayed an hour longer at that improv show that my friends were in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I was only there as a favor.
May those be my last words. Strike me down.
Now that we've got this under our belts and slathered across our T-zones, let's play a little game of Kiss, Marry, Kill. It is a familiar slumber party game. We have subbed out the more intensive, intimate contact to keep it PG-13. We have kept murder. That is always a part of it.
Well, murder it's neutral. There's not,
That's
Guys,
right.
you heard it here first. EJ Marcus says murder is neutral. Write that down.
I stand by it.
So there might be some murder involved in this first one, because I'm going to ask you, EJ, KP, and I'll answer as well.
Okay.
Kiss, Marry, Kill, fantasy series,
Mhm.
Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, Dune.
This is for you, EJ. And have you seen all of these? Are you familiar with all of these?
Or read.
I'm going to be honest. I haven't engaged with any of.
Oh,
Wow.
my goodness.
No, I love this.
That's better.
Actually, no, I saw Dune 2. I saw Dune
Not
2.
the first. You jumped right into 2. Okay, well, vibes alone. You know very little about them, but vibes alone, do you think you can still make an educated?
And a similar question, having seen Dune 2, does that put your ranking of Dune higher or lower?
Right?
Were you like, I saw Dune 2? No, I'm out.
Yeah, right?
I think it puts it. Okay. So is Lord of the Rings.
Game of Thrones, Dune.
Okay. Here's my take on those is that I think Lord of the Rings, I know the gist. And I also feel like the Lord of the Rings is very, I have a lot of reverence for its like the space that it occupies in culture.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
It's like a really important text, I would say. And so, and with Dune, it was hard to tap into that same sort of emotional pull because I hadn't seen the first one, but also because of just like I was like distracted by like it's like Timothy Chalamet, like
Celebs.
Very celeb forward.
Yeah. So that was more like da 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 da, and then Game of Thrones I know is a little bit there's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
It is. It's quite overwhelming.
And like dynamic heavy.
Yes.
So all of that being said, I think that I would kiss Dune.
Kiss Dune. Okay.
Yep.
Kill Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Yep.
And marry Lord of the Rings.
Very nice.
I think that's great. I like the way you spoke of that. I do think, Lord of the Rings does occupy. There's just a lot of respect people have for it. It's long, it's sprawling, it's good-hearted, there's morals. I agree with that.
It's like a whole universe, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of like affection for it. My family would do like the classic Jewish Christmas thing of like, we go see a big movie together. And so 3 years, I think in a row, it was Lord of the Rings and it was always a great time. Like we've had some duds on Christmas. And so Lord of the Rings, that 3-year period is really close to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Okay, I'll knock mine real quick here. I'm thinking I'm going to kiss Dune because
Ooh.
I like the space of it all. I like going to space. I like planets. So I kind of think that's a bit spicy. Makes me want to kiss it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's a little more sci-fi than fantasy.
It's a little more sci-fi, absolutely. But there's like, kings and lineages,
Totally.
there's still some fantasy there for sure.
Yeah.
It's fantastical.
It's fantastical. I am going to kill Lord of the Rings, and this is just I have
Whoa.
so much love as a concept, but it just doesn't grip me personally in a in a who I am type way.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like there are a lot of guys in it. And listen, I'm not trying to say nothing. They're awesome. Listen, you guys know me. I'm a guy's girl.
I love those little hobbit fellas.
You know that I think girls are drama and guys are awesome.
I know. You know you do. It's been tough.
It has been tough.
And you have one female friend, and she is Liv Tyler.
Yes. But I don't think, I think it doesn't grip me in a personal way. And then I am gonna marry Game of Thrones. I'm rewatching it lately, and I read all the books. I watched it every week when it came out. I was really a fan, and still am. I think the changing who the main characters are all the time is like just really cool, and you feel for them all, and they're all flawed. So I'm gonna marry that.
So should I watch it?
I honestly think you should. I know it's a lot to take in because it's 8 seasons and that feels really daunting. But I do think like even just the first ep, you're kind of in it or you're not. So I'll say if the first step grabs you, run with it. And if it doesn't, it's not for you.
Okay.
I watched the first episode twice, right around when it premiered, like within a couple months of the premiere. And both times I was like, I wish that this did for me what it does for other people.
Okay. See, and I think that's totally it.
Yeah. Sometimes you just know.
Yes. Josh, who are you marrying here?
I think I have to echo EJ's priorities. I'm going to kiss Dune. I read the first Dune book.
Oh, wow. That's a big one.
A long time ago. And I was like, cool. That's enough Dune for me. I wasn't like, I got to read the other, 5 or 7 of these that I think get progressively like zanier and weirder.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm going to marry Lord of the Rings because it's already kind of in the family, which is not, I guess, how you choose someone to marry. But I mean, like, it already feels like family. And I think killing Game of Thrones is kind of like, unexpected. Like, that feels like a very Game of Thrones thing. I think, like...
They would like that.
Game of Thrones, if you killed it, would be like, game, recognize game. And, of course, Thrones recognize Thrones.
Recognize Thrones.
Wow. That's such a fun way to think of this whole exercise, is sort of like...
Give them what they want.
Give them what they want. Yeah, speak their language, so to speak.
Give them what they want. KP, do you have a Kiss, Marry, Kill?
I do. I'm going to get kind of, we're going to have to think outside the box on this one. Okay, this is Kiss, Marry, Kill, and the theme is gas station clothing, sort of gas station articles of clothing you might come across. So this is a Kiss, Marry, Kill wolf shirt, colored polarized sunglasses, and then a trucker hat.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Bold.
I think this comes to mind because I've often found some kind of good stuff at gas stations along the highway. There's like interesting stuff there. So what are you thinking, EJ?
Well, so a couple of years ago, I had a birthday party where I told everyone to dress up like me.
Oh, yeah.
And it was really revealing. A big takeaway was that everyone was dressed like they got all their clothes from the gas station.
Wow. And you hadn't realized that before.
Wow. Yeah. I don't think I would have. It was just funny because it's like, you know how people talk about like your sim outfit, like what your sim is wearing? Like that was kind of, I was like, oh my God, everyone was in shorts. And I often am wearing those I have sunglasses that I got from a gas station that I love. And a trucker hat. And the wolf shirt I have retired just because often people do think I am a lot younger than I am. I did feel like that put me like over the edge in a way.
Sure, yeah.
Almost too youthful.
Yeah. That took me from like, like 20, to like sub 18 maybe. But I do love wolf shirts. Anyway, all of that being said, this is like impossible for me to choose.
Wow. I didn't know I was hitting something that was passionate to you. This is really good.
It's also so funny to me that the first one you were like, know nothing about this. This is not something I engage with. And then gas station clothing, you're like, this is my life.
I can't bear to part with any of them.
Even as a game, choosing kill, it would be like watching one of my own family members perish.
So it makes you think. It makes you think about a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
Because I do like, yeah, I go into a gas station or like a 7-Eleven and I'm like, I have to stop myself from buying an item
Me
of clothing.
too. Yeah,
Because there's great stuff, but especially,
there
okay,
is.
and this is the last thing I'll say and then I'll actually answer.
Take your time.
Especially when you're somewhere, like when you're on a road trip and you're in like a city or like a state that you're not usually in. And so there's like a fun hat, that says,
Exactly.
Weed California. Like, come on.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Well, and I I love the clothing. I really do have to hold myself back, but I really love the keychains. If I can start an open conversation about that too,
Please do.
because there's a lot of keychain advancements that I just haven't even known were happening. There's like flashing lights on them now. I got my friend a lovely one that says Mama Goddess on
Oh,
it.
it's
And I go,
beautiful.
it's so interesting that you used to not be able to find your own name. And now, even if you're a Mama Goddess, there is something for you at that.
This is actually going to be huge for my friend who can never find her name, and her name is, of course, Mama Goddess.
Absolutely. She's going to love this. You just got to go to the Loves in Fresno, California.
I'm on it.
Okay. Wolf shirt. Well, since you've retired the wolf shirt, perhaps, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but perhaps it's not going to make the cut, but up to you.
I think you're exactly right. I think I will kill the wolf shirt, as
Okay.
devastating as that is.
Mhm.
And really not my choice. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That was thrust upon me, actually.
Hmm.
And I'm going to marry the sunglasses and I'm going to kiss the hat.
Yep.
Okay.
Really good.
Good choices. Strong choices.
I think I'm going to expand. I know I did this, but I'm already breaking my own rules. Wolf shirt is going to mean, like bear shirt, whatever the animal of the week is in that.
The wolf could also be a bear, yeah.
The wolf can be a bear. The wolf can be a coyote.
Fish sometimes.
Fish.
Fish.
Wow.
That's right.
Beautiful salmon.
I would love a trout.
Just
Yeah.
a mountain range, the name of a city.
Yes. Shirts can be anything. Wolf shirt is a state of mind.
Yeah.
I am going to marry
Wolf shirt.
I am also going to marry the colored polarized sunglasses. I think there's just something about them. They really command a room.
They look great on everyone too.
They really
Yes.
do. I mean, I have a face that does not lend well to a lot of sunglasses. I have to be really particular. And colored polarized, it's just so crazy it might work.
Beautiful.
That's how I feel. So I'm going to marry that. I am going to kiss the trucker hat. And even though I said the wolf shirt can be anything, right now it'll be dead. I'll kill it. I agree with EJ.
Okay. I guess it's my turn. And I will say, we're going 3 for 3 on marrying the sunglasses. That is huge.
Wow.
They are functional. They are fun. They are fashionable. Those bright colored sunglasses all day long, except for night.
Yeah.
Second, I'm going to flip though the next two on you. I am going to, because as we've kind of discussed, I don't have a lot of hair going on up top, and the trucker hat with kind of the porous back and top is no good. That's like a mesh that I'm worried gets too much sun right on the scalp. So I'm going to kill trucker hat and I'm going to little kiss, wolf shirt.
I love that. I think that makes a ton of sense.
This was so amazing. I feel like we really got deep with it. We really were thoughtful with it. And we're almost done for the night. But before we wrap, EJ, is there anything our listeners should be checking out that you've been working on?
I perform really regularly in LA. I do comedy. And so you can check me out. I'll be posting about it on my Instagram, EJ Having Fun.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And listeners, if you're in the LA area, go see EJ Having Fun in person. And EJ, one last thing. Before we turn in, we like to ask our guests to send a special good night to someone or something out there in the world. Feel free to set a scene, get comfy, and just say good night to anyone that you'd like to send off to dreamland in the right way.
Amazing. Well, specifically, so my mom's a woodworker, and she came to visit recently, and she helped my partner and I build a wooden catio for our cats.
Whoa.
Right off of our bedroom window.
That is really cool.
Of course, I don't want to brag right before bed, but so lately when we go to bed, we close off the catio, bring the cats in. And so I would love to close off the catio, and I would love to say good night, outside world.
Yes.
Cats, time for bed.
Closing off the catio is now how I'm going to think about like shutting things down for the night.
We can't do that. We're closing off the catio tonight.
Exactly. Like we really like to make a sort of production of it, of being like, it's really bedtime because the catio's closed for business.
Last call, kiddies.
You have to get a little sign, a little closed sign.
Yes. Oh, that would be so cute.
That would be really cute. Thank you so much, EJ. Can we say goodnight to your cats specifically? Can we name them?
Yeah, their names are Corbin and Miriam.
Corbin and Miriam, you specifically deserve to have a beautiful night, not on the catio. And I think I will have a beautiful night too, because I've talked to you both, and I'll talk to you next time. Good night, EJ, and good night, Josh.
Good night, KP. Good night, EJ.
Good night, KP. Good night, Josh.